You know that feeling, right? You have this amazing, deep conversation with an AI assistant, you're getting so much done, and then you come back the next day and it has absolutely no idea who you are. It's like talking to a genius with complete amnesia. Well, what if there was a universal translator for AI memory? A single, elegant protocol designed to fix this problem once and for all. Well, today we're diving into exactly that.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about AI's incredibly annoying amnesia. Then, we'll introduce the cure, this standardized bridge called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. After that, we'll peek under the hood to see how it all works, really get into why this gives AI the power to never forget, and then finally, we'll see it in action with a super clear example. All right, let's just get right to the heart of the problem. We've got these incredible AIs that can literally write code for us. They can compose music, but they completely fail at one of the most basic human things, remembering what we told them just 5 minutes ago. It's maddening. I mean, it really does boil down to this question, doesn't it? We pour all of our ideas, our project details, our personal preferences into a conversation, and then poof, it's just gone the second the chat window closes. So why does this happen? Well, it actually comes down to just a few core technical problems, and they're a lot easier to get your head around than you might think.
So here's the breakdown of why AIs are so forgetful. First up, tool integration. Right now, if a developer wants to connect an AI to some kind of memory, it's a huge, custom, one-off project. It's a mess. Second, context management. The system just isn't built to hold on to the important stuff between chats, which leads to memory persistence or, the lack of it. Key facts just evaporate. And the real kicker? Vendor lock-in. This means if you build a memory system for one company's AI and you want to switch to a different one, you have to throw everything out and start from scratch. The whole setup is practically designed to fail.
But what if there was a universal standard that could just solve all of this? That is exactly where the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, comes into the picture. You can think of it as this beautiful, elegant solution to AI's really messy memory problem. So what is MCP, really? Think of it like a universal language for AI agents. It's vendor neutral, which is huge. It means it doesn't care if the AI is from OpenAI or Google or some custom model you built yourself. It creates one standard way for any AI to find and use tools and, most importantly, memory. Honestly, the best analogy is a USB port. You don't care who made your hard drive or your computer, you just plug it in and it works. That's MCP for AI. And this diagram just nails it. It shows you exactly how it all fits together. Over on the left, you've got the agent's brain. That's the large language model. And on the right, you've got its tools and its memory, like databases and APIs. MCP is that central hub, that nervous system in the middle, connecting the brain to its hands and, crucially, to its long-term memories. Okay, so that's the big picture. But how does this conversation between the agent and its memory actually play out? Come on, let's take a quick look under the hood. From the agent's point of view, it's a super simple three-step dance. First, there's discovery. The agent basically pings the MCP server and says, hey, what can you do? What tools have you got? The server might come back and say, I've got a tool called memory.search. Next up is invocation. When the agent realizes it needs to remember something, it just calls that tool. And finally, context assembly. The answer it gets back from the tool is sent right back and woven into the prompt. The most important part here? The agent isn't hard-coded with this stuff. It discovers what it can do on the fly. To make it even simpler, it's really just a handshake. The agent on the left thinks, okay, I need to remember the user's project name, so it sends out a standard request. The server on the right hedges it, goes, got it, you need a memory search, pulls the info from its database, and sends it right back. It's clean, it's simple, and it's totally reliable. And all of this clean, simple communication unlocks the agent's real superpower, the ability to never, ever forget. This is where MCP completely changes the game. And here's the crucial insight. MCP turns memory from this fragile, abstract idea into just another tool in the AI's toolbox. Suddenly, remembering something isn't this special, delicate process. Nope, it's as standard and as reliable as asking the AI to use a calculator or check the weather. What's really powerful, though, is that MCP manages different layers of memory. You've got ephemeral memory, which is just for the here and now, a single question like, summarize this paragraph. Then you have session memory, which lasts for a whole project, like remembering all the sections you've already written for a big report. And then, the holy grail, long-term memory. This is where your profile, your preferences, your past projects, all of it is stored forever. All right, theory is great, but let's make this real. Let's walk through a super simple, real-world example that shows the huge night and day difference that MCP makes. So it starts with something tiny. You're kicking off a new project, you're excited, and you tell your AI assistant, hey, just so you know, the project name is Orion. It's a small but vital piece of information. And here it is, the Orion test. Without MCP, you come back the next day and say, let's work on the project, and the AI is completely clueless. That context is just gone. But with MCP, the second you said the name, the agent quietly called memory.put and stored Orion away. So the next day, it just uses memory.search to pull up the name, and the conversation picks up right where you left off. It's absolutely seamless.
And that's really the magic of it. MCP gives the AI an external brain, a permanent notebook. It means the memory isn't tied to the conversation. It doesn't get wiped when the AI's very limited short-term attention, its token window, gets full and resets. This kind of durable recall is what takes an AI from being just a clever tool to being a true, reliable partner.
And that brings us to one last really fascinating thought. Just imagine an AI that remembers every single idea, every preference, every project you've ever worked on with it. An assistant that actually grows alongside you and understands your history. If AI never forgets, what incredible new things does that allow us to build? What does that future look like?